Hello, and welcome to the show. Today we are doing Super Mario 3. I'm not going to tell you my thoughts on this game yet. I'll just ask you quickly to like and subscribe. So, Super Mario 3 is the game it's known as worldwide. There's no substituting game. Its initial release was on the NES, that's the Nintendo Entertainment System. Japan's release date was October 23rd, 1988, so they got it when we got Mario 2. North America was February the 12th, 1990, and then in Europe, August 29th, 1991. Does anyone know why we got things so late in Europe? Please, can you tell me? It's a platformer. Developer Nintendo, publisher Nintendo, director Miyamoto. Amazing, he's done most of these games. He's also the producer, then composer Koji Kondo. Alright. As you can tell, I'm going through the facts first, then we go through my thoughts. It's a 2-player alternative gameplay, right? So Mario and Luigi taking it in turns. That's on multiplayer mode on the NES version. Now, there's 2 other versions worth noting. The All-Stars version, where they updated the graphics, and it looks great. This is the NES version you're watching now. Then the Game Boy Advance, I think it's the Advance, version, which you're going to see on here. When this video ends, it goes to that video, and that version had where you played one player, you could choose either to be, you could choose them both, so you alternative it as one player between them, which was quite cool. There's 8 unique worlds, each with different themes, so like grassland, desert land, waterland, giant land, skyland, iceland, pipe land, and dark land. That's right, in order as well, I think. And it's an overworld map system allowing level selection and hidden paths, which is awesome. Also, new power-ups. So you had the Super Leaf, which gave Mario raccoon ears and a tail and allows flying with a running start. Okay. You got the Tanuki suit, similar to the raccoon Mario, but also allows turning into a statue, so nothing can hurt you. Frog suit, which enhances swimming but reduces the jumping weirdly as a frog. Take that as you will. The hammer suit, which grants a hammer, throwing ability and protection from some enemies. Then you had the P-Wing, which was the raccoon suit, but with unlimited flight for 1 level. Then you just the raccoon suit again. An anchor, which stops the airships from fleeing in auto-scrolling levels. And then the magic whistle, which warps you to other worlds. There's also a boot, but we will get onto that in a bit. In the game, you also get mini games, which are like the matching cards, the spinning slots for extra lives and items. Then you get match the cards as well. Every now and then they just randomly turn up. Boss battles with the Koopalings this time, which are Bowser's children, at the end of each world, which is quite cool. And then the final boss is Bowser. Now let's talk about the technical and design aspects, okay? So the first appearance of the Koopalings are Larry, Morton, Wendy, Iggy, Roy, Lemmy and Ludwig. So designing a whole new character for the game is brilliant. It's in the first introduction of the world maps, later used in Super Mario World, so this led to that game. There's absolutely no save and password system on the NES version. Players had to complete it in one sitting or leave the NES on, and this, for the time, a Mario game especially, was a long game if you wanted to complete every level. It had improved graphics and animation as well, compared to the previous NES Mario game. And you had multi-directional scrolling levels, some vertical, some diagonal or backward scrolling stages, which is nice that they changed things, you know. It's the best-selling NES game. It sold over 18 million copies worldwide. That is a feat, right? It's highly praised by critics, often considered one of the greatest video games of all time. I gotta say, right now, I'm one of them. No, believe that. It's featured in The Wizard as a film, right, from 1989, yeah, which helped boost hype before its US release. And it inspired future Mario games like we always said, Super Mario World or the new Super Mario Bros. Then also it's been re-released on multiple consoles. So let's go for them. The Super Nintendo, Game Boy Advance, the Wii, the Wii U, Nintendo Switch Online. I think that might be it. Also, this is something for you, right? There's a few hidden warp whistles. Like there's one on World 1 Level 3 where you press down. You've seen that on my video. You press down on the white wall and then you drop behind the level and get a whistle. There's the second one's in the first sort of castle, but not the main castle on World 1. You know, the first little castle on World 1. You saw me get that as well, I think. And then the third one is on World 3. Is it World 3? I think it was in World 3, or was it World 2? Might have been World 2. But that's no one. Now, also, I was going to tell you about Karibo's shoe. Yeah, it's a very rare power-up that's only found in World 5 Level 3. And it's basically a shoe you get in and you can go over the eating plants and stuff. It's a major power-up which I don't understand why they didn't use more of it when you could only use it on one level, because it would have been a good thing to have just in your box. It would have been great. I would have used it quite often. I think anyone would have done it. I don't get why they went through all the mechanics of that and didn't use it more. If anyone knows, let me know. Also, I read this right. I can't confirm it because you gotta do it on the NES. But if the game is completed twice, you get an alternative ending. If that's true, like all the sources I've read says it is, please let me know, because that's really quite interesting. What do you think that's true? Do you think that's true? I hope so. You know, I wish I did it. I wish I did. So, just a few more little things for you, right? Let's have a look at some of the development and behind the scenes. So, this was originally planned to be the disc space for the Famicom disk system, right? But they switched it to cartridge due to battery backup saving in the West. Nice little fact for you. And that Tanuki suit was inspired by Japanese folklore. That is Tanuki, which is raccoon dogs with shape-shifting ability. I know, you're learning stuff. Next, early prototypes included a super carrot, which turned Mario's ears into donkey ears for high jumps. Yeah, another one. First Mario game with a cohesive overworld theme. Each world had unique music, enemies, and visual styles. We're on the Game Boy Advance version now. So, also, the Angry Sun enemy, this in Desert Land, was originally going to appear in Super Mario Bros., but was cut until Super Mario Bros. 3. Then, Miyamoto wanted a simultaneous two-player mode, but technical limitations forced the alternative turn system. So can you imagine if this was, you could be both brothers on the same screen in this era? Man, that would have been crazy. Now, some secrets and glitches for you. The infinite one-up trick in World 1 Level 1. You bounce on a Koopa Trooper near stairs, and it can grant unlimited lives. Right. The white block secrets, which some white blocks hide P-wings, stars, or warp whistles, e.g. the World 1 Level 3 hidden whistle. The Door Zero glitch. Using a flute on the World 1 map can glitch the game into minus worlds. This is unused in test levels, so give that a go. I think that's only on the NES version, I remember. The hidden coin ships. Some clouds on the map conceal toad houses or coin ships. Flashing clouds indicate them. Yeah. And then Bowser's illusion. In the final fight, Bowser appears huge due to forced perspective. He's actually normal sized. Now, some of your cut content and unused features are beta power-ups. Data miners found remnants of a super flower, that's fireballs and flight, and a penguin suit later used in the new Super Mario Bros. For the Wii. They had removed enemies, a Porcupo, the spiky ball enemy, and Robo Koopa, later used in new Super Mario Bros. Wii again. And an unused world. Early maps suggest a Sea World was planned but merged into Waterland. Now, speedrunning and records have been mad on this game, right? The fastest any percent of time in 2024 and under was under 11 minutes using warp whistles and glitches. The warpless world record is around 50 minutes. The No A button challenge. Beating the game without jumping requires clever use of P-wings and pipes. So, oddities and Easter eggs. Luigi's high jump. In the original NES version, Luigi jumps higher and slips more than Mario, a trait later expanded in Super Mario 2. I never knew that. It's just saying, yeah. The Boomerang brothers, their boomerangs can steal power-ups. Yeah? Cheat code. Holding A and start on controller 2 lets Luigi take over Mario's save file. So the alternative ending I was saying was just a different letter from Princess Peach. So we know this game inspired Super Mario World for the overworld map and multiple exits, right? The Koopalings became recurring villains in later games, and the Tanuki suit returned in Super Mario 3D Land and Mario Kart 8. Now, I've gave you a lot of facts about this game because I have a lot of time for this game. A lot of time. My favourite level on this game, by the way, is on World 1 Level 5, and it's probably going to only be my favourite level, and it's because whenever I put it on, especially on the NES, it's so nostalgic for my younger pre-teens. I found it the most magical level in the world then. I've never been on a level like it, and that's hard to believe now with what the game's got. But back then, when I first went on that level, it, to me, absolutely mind-blowing. Yeah, and let's talk about the versions for a second that I've played. The NES version, fun. SNES version, fun. GBA is the best version, but for me, the NES version has my heart, but the GBA version is the one that I will. If you said to me, go and play any Mario 3 version, it's going to be the GBA version. It's different, and it gives Luigi that unique jump more than the NES, and it's got some of the greatest secrets on it with the whistles, and it's just what I would call the perfect Mario. And when you think, right, it took only until Mario 3 to bring out the perfect Mario, and how many have come since that don't come up to this? That's crazy. Now, before we go on to the rating system, we're going to go on to Mario, the level 5. And the reason I'm waiting for level 5 is because, like I said, this is my favourite level. Now, the injustice they gave it on GBA is annoying because they've changed the colour pattern, whereas on the NES it was dark and sparkly. And when I look at this, it's not my favourite level, but on the NES it is. And if you forgot what it looks like, rewind the video and have a look, guys. Now we are going to go over to the tier because I've been talking your head off, so bear with. And here we are over on our ratings, where Super Mario, behave yourself. Sorry, it's because I'm using my laptop. But Super Mario definitely hits best of all time category. Now, I honestly don't think any of you will argue with me on that. I don't see how you possibly could argue with me on that, because how is it not? How is it not in best of all time? There's very small amount of Mario games in the best of all time. But I've got to say, that right there is. It really is. It's a perfect 2D Mario game. It's amazing. I love it. And I loved it as a child. I love it now. It's one of my greatest games of all time. Not for just nostalgia, but for everything. It's the perfect controlling game. And I hope you share that with me. Especially the older generation who played it at the time. It'd be interesting to know what the younger generation think. That'd be really quite cool to know. Let me know what you think. And let me know what anyone thinks. And what do you think of my tier list altogether? Please like, subscribe and comment. And please subscribe. It really does mean everything. And I will catch you on the next Mario game. Yeah.